Hello and welcome to another video from Cortigo. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing video for the K23 starter kit. The starter kit comes with everything you'll need for your IONLink wireless deployment. So let's open it up. The first thing that we're met with is a data sheet showing everything that's included in the box. We have a Tigo Master 2TH, a Tigo Bridge A1, a Tigo Bridge B1, a Tigo Hub, a Tigo Converter, a license for TigoEngine, all the cables you'll need, and technical support. Once we go a layer deeper, we see our license for TigoEngine, and then we see the hardware. First, we'll start with the master. It comes with optional name tags and M12 caps, and if you choose to add the name tags and caps, this is what it will look like. Your master has an Ethernet in and an Ethernet out port, and then your master also has a power in and a power out port and 3 antennas. Then we have the Tigo bridges. We have the Tigo Bridge A1, which is indicated by an A on the nameplate. Then we have the Tigo Bridge B1, which is indicated by a B on the nameplate. Then we have the Tigo Hub and its magnetic pairing chip. The Tigo Hub has a power in and power out port. It has an antenna and it has 4 IONLink ports. The top 2 ports are Class B and the bottom 2 ports are Class A IONLink. Then we have the Tigo Converter. The Tigo Converter converts a 4 to 20 milliamp analog signal into wired IONLink. It's usually used in tandem with a Tigo Bridge A1 or a Tigo Hub, and it's designed for Class A IONLink. Then we have all the cables necessary for the equipment. First, we have an Ethernet cable. Then we have 2 L-coded power cables for the hub and for the master. Then we have 2 A-coded power cables for both of the Tigo bridges. Then lastly, we have the mounting brackets for the Tigo bridges. So now that everything's unboxed, we're going to show you how to connect the power to all the devices. So we'll start with the Tigo Master 2TH, and we'll start with our decoded communication cable. We'll connect that into the Ethernet in port on the Tigo Master. And once that's connected, we're going to take the L-coded power cable and attach that as well. Once both cables are connected, we're going to wire 24 volts. The Tigo Master 2TH only requires 1 line voltage to power itself. However, for the sake of this video, I'm going to connect both line voltages. So I'm going to use brown and blue for 24 volts and black and white as well. So we'll start by connecting the grounds first. And now we'll connect 24 volts. Once everything is powered, you'll start to see status lights appear on your Tigo Master 2TH. You should see 2 LEDs next to the power, and this indicates the status of both line voltages. And then you should see 3 LEDs here, which indicate the status of each antenna. And then additionally, you should see two LEDs at the top near the Ethernet port called SYS and APL. And both those LEDs indicate the status of the overall Tigo Master 2TH. And so all these LEDs are on, and this master is good to go. Now we're going to move on to the Tigo Hub. So again, I'll take my L-coded power cable, and I'll connect that to the Tigo Hub. And once the L-coded power cable is connected, we can begin to wire everything. So again, I'm going to use 2 line voltages, and the reason being that this Tigo Hub is a mixture of Class A and Class B ports. The Class B ports are the 2 top ports here, and the Class A ports are the 2 bottom ports. So we're going to connect brown for 24 volts, blue for 0 volts, then black for 24 volts, and white for 0 volts. So we'll go ahead and do that. So once everything's wired, you will see the status of both line voltages, and then also the status of the IONLink device. The solid green indicates that the Tigo Hub is operating normally, and then a flashing green icon would indicate that it's operating normally and it's paired to a master. Now I'm going to be showing you how to wire your Tigo Bridge Class A. So we'll take our A-coded power cable, we'll connect that to the power inside of the Tigo bridge, and then Class A IO-Link only requires one line voltage. So we'll use brown for 24 volts and blue for ground. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll connect those. And then once power is connected, the Tigo bridge will have this LED status. The right-hand LED indicates the power. It's solid green, which indicates 24 volts is good. And then the left-hand side indicates the status of the wireless and the wired IO-Link portion of the device. So we have flashing yellow and flashing purple. And that the flashing purple indicates that the Tigo bridge is waiting to pair to a wireless master. And the flashing yellow indicates that there's no device on the secondary side. So during this video, we're going to be using the Tigo Bridge Class A with a Class A IO-Link distance sensor. This distance sensor can also operate as an analog distance sensor, and in that case, we can use a Tigo converter, which converts an analog input into a wired IO-Link signal for us to convert into wireless IO-Link. So now I'm going to show you how to power on your Tigo Bridge Class B. So we're going to start with our A-coded power cable. We're going to connect that to the power side of the Tigo Bridge Class B. And because this is Class B IO-Link, we're going to connect two line voltages. So we're still going to connect brown and blue as 24 volts and 0 volts, but we're also going to connect white and gray as 24 volts and 0 volts. So we'll connect the grounds first. We'll connect blue and gray. And we'll also connect the 24 volts. We'll connect brown and white. So once the line voltages are connected, we can see the LED status of the Tigo Bridge Class B. The right-hand side indicates that the 24 volts is operating correctly, and then the left-hand side indicates that this device is waiting to pair to a master, and it's waiting for a device on this side. During this video, I'm going to be connecting this Tigo Bridge Class B to a Class B IO-Link stack light, and we're going to see what that looks like in TigoEngine. So in order to acquire TigoEngine, you can download it from cortigo.com by going to cortigo.com and then going to support in the upper right-hand corner. Once you do that, you'll want to either log in or create a user. And then once that's complete, you go to Download Center, Software, TigoEngine, and scroll down and click on the first link. And once TigoEngine is installed, you can open it by searching for TigoEngine, clicking on the shortcut that's going to be on your desktop, or by typing in localhost 9000 into your URL of your browser of your choice. When you open TigoEngine for the first time, you'll be met with a license activation screen. Take the product key from your starter kit, enter it in, and hit submit. Once you register TigoEngine, you can log in with the username admin and the password admin. Then you can add a master by pressing the plus button, giving the Tigo master a name, and then putting in the IP address of the master. The default IP address of Cortigo's Tigo Master 2THs is 192.168.1.100. Once the master is fully connected, you can click on it and then add a device by clicking the plus button again. Then you can scan for devices. The unique ID is either listed on the back of the device or printed on the front on a QR code. I know that this unique ID is linked to the Tigo Hub, so I'm going to go ahead and pair it, and I'm going to pair it to port 1. Once we pair it, we'll see that the Tigo Hub goes from solid green to flashing green to indicate that it's paired to a master. And I go ahead and do that for the next devices as well. I'll go ahead and pair the Tigo Bridge A1 to port 2. And then I'll do that for the Tigo Bridge B, which I'll pair to port 3. Now that all the wireless devices are connected, I'm going to start attaching the wired products as well. We'll start with the IO-Link stack light, and we'll connect it to the Tigo Bridge B. And as you can see from TigoEngine, or by looking on the Tigo Bridge B, this device is connected, and it's indicated by a flashing blue and flashing yellow icon on the Tigo Bridge. Once I add the stack light, the bridge will temporarily unpair, and then it will repair and automatically display what it's connected to. I'm going to repeat the process for the Tigo Bridge A, which starts by indicating a flashing blue and flashing yellow. Then when I connect the distance sensor, it temporarily unpairs and then repairs. And then it starts to display a flashing green and a flashing blue. And TigoEngine automatically populates with the distance sensor's name. Now that all the wired products have been incorporated, I can view the process data by clicking on the wireless port and going to Process Data. I can also send raw ISDU read-write commands under the Data tab. If I want to incorporate the device's IODD file, I can manually upload it by clicking here and going to Upload IODD file, or I can reach the IODD Finder's website by clicking on IODD Finder. Either way, once the IODD file is incorporated, you can have nice parsed process data in the Process Data tab and a clean user interface for configuring the wired product under Device Configuration. Now let's see what happens when we turn our ion-link distance sensor into an analog distance sensor. When the device repairs, it repairs as the Tigo converter. What we'll do next is we will grab the Tigo converter's IODD file from the IODD Finder. Then we have nice parsed data, which will show a distance, and we're able to configure the device as well. This completes our unboxing video, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us at support@cortigo.com. Thank you.